Hello. I want to say this morning, it's Tuesday morning and fairly early in Manhattan, that life stages are hokum. We live in a world in which there are noble people who are largely in the psychological realms, who make a living perpetuating this notion that life stages are actually where it's at. That's not true any more than Joseph Campbell is where it's at. or Jung is where it's at. No. There are other ways of looking at reality. Now we look at reality in numerous ways, and one way to look at them at reality is to say, no, there are no life stages. And what does that mean? It means that Jesus, who I think he didn't have any life stages to speak of, Jesus understood that ultimate wisdom was much closer to the observations made by infants and children than are made by adults. William Blake understood such things. Lewis Carroll understood such things. And I'm sure there are innumerable women whose names I do not know because of the paternalism of our immature world, the one that gave us life stages. This world has obliterated them from history. So I apologize to all of the women who did not believe in life stages and are now forgotten. Maybe they shall be resurrected by young authors who are busily deconstructing, reconstructing reality. Well, I'm not going to go off on these silly academics, these poseurs who do not think there is nothing to postmodernism. There is a lot to postmodernism. All of the criticisms of the people who criticize postmodernism may have a point, but they certainly don't have all the points. That's what you call an aside. Now, why are life stages not relevant? Why can't we talk about childhood, and why can't we talk about adolescence, and why can't we talk about... We can of course talk about these things. What we cannot do is to frame our diagnoses of everything in terms of these categories, because they are non-existent in many terms. Let me get autobiographical for a minute, because I had the profound pleasure of knowing the modern father of life stages, a man named Erik Erikson. Erik Erikson worked at a place called Austin Riggs Center in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, at a time when I also worked at that place, and we became friends of a sort. I mean, you make friendships that are temporary because you're not going to be in the same place forever. But I think we would have been friends forever if we had lived in the same place. In any case, we got pretty close, and we talked, and Erik Erikson was the author of a book called Young Man Luther and of various other works. He never got his PhD. Yay! He did work with Freud, and I guess he must have been brilliant because he emerged as a non-PhD psychologist, the best kind, I'm sure. In any case, Erik Erikson believed in life stages, but I do not. And I think freedom lies in rejecting life stages. What am I now? I'm 80. In a few weeks, I'll be 82. I'll make it to that point. I don't know how many months or years or whatever if I have. I don't really care. I'm curious, but I'm not afraid or waiting for something. So let's say that my life, when I was a kid, I was pretty bright in certain ways. I flunked everything in math and schools and all science and all that kind of stuff. But I emerged and I managed to get through school and stuff like that. But I don't regard life the way that most people do. And I think I like my way of regarding life because I think it is sensible. Why should anyone have one career when one could have, as I have had, five at least careers? Why should one fail or succeed when one can succeed on a daily basis or fail on a daily basis? Why can one look at things one way and not in another? In other words, why can't we be a little freer, a little more flexibility? Now, that's really all I want to say. Life stages are a kind of a thing where you get in the clinical thing and you find this clinical expertise or coach or something who's going to tell you, well, you are a zoopy wop bop. Yes, you are. You know, I mean, what is that term? Well, I'll define it for you. And it's absurd. Categorization, all kinds of categorization, all kinds of characterization are to me, the stuff of mindlessness and border on evil. And evil is anything that ultimately can harm people. And I think it can harm people to lock them into diagnostic memes that happen to be right au courant, right? In any case, take it from me. Life stages are not the be and end all. Thanks, and have a good day.